I was visiting with different folks today, and I was really, really feeling some super compassion towards where we've brought ourselves. Um, it's just in the Christian religion, I guess it's like the prodigal son, but um, I'm not sure. Um, it seems like I know I I didn't go to church much, but um, my parents were Christian and uh, just not avid. Didn't go much. Um, so I didn't really learn a lot until later when I did read the Bible, and then I got very. I went back to church when I was older, and I got very turned off to the Christian religion because of what they were saying, and you have to do this and this or you're doomed, and it was just a very traumatic experience for me. So I have looked at all kinds of religions since then and learned from all of them. But um, of course, I'm most passionate about um, the one that is holding my hand right now and helping me walk home um, in a direct way, because I'm all about directness. I've always been about directness, but I certainly wasn't direct in my paths. They were everywhere. I was like a pinball in a pinball machine. But nonetheless, I felt like I was trying to be direct. When I would talk with people, I was direct about whether I knew or did, or I should say truthful anyway. Maybe not direct, but truthful. Um, okay, so my point is the compassion about where we've brought ourselves through experience and conditioning. And yet I still I feel like we can only learn from experience the truth about anything. We have to be able to experience to know that it's real and true. Um, but we can also have experiences that take us all over the place as well. So it depends on what you're looking at, or if you're not looking at anything and you're just bouncing off the walls. But as a whole, I mean, I know not everybody, you can't say everybody about anything, but as a race or world, cultures and worldly, um, going by um, what I see on the outside and experience with relationships and people. We are just so, in science even, not all science, but um, in education even, we're so reaching outward and so covering up the essence of who we truly are. And so when I have a conversation with someone, I would love to do that because it helps me articulate my feelings and experiences. And as I talk, I uncover more things. the more I open, the better that is. And I never know where life is going to take me to have another opportunity to open more. But the experiences with relationships are just closed. People are afraid to let things in that they don't understand, and a lot. And also you get to a point where you can't let more stuff inside you because it's too confusing, because you're processing maybe your questions about life, and just taking in more stuff is inhibiting you being able to cipher through it all. Because your circumstances and your conditioning is a lot of stuff. So, considering all of that. But speaking with people, I feel so saddened and compassionate because we do have an opportunity to know who we are. And I don't think that people feel that way. But we do. We have direct access to knowing who we are. And that is so beautiful to me. I just want to share it. But I can't. And that's okay too, because I'll just do it anyway through videos and stuff. But I do. I feel sad because sad in a way that sadness is loving others because you feel for them and you want people to be happy. You want people to feel loved. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We all want to feel loved and supported and able to share with one another. And, you know, when you have to close people out, or when you push people away because you don't understand, or you don't, or you have some fear, or you don't know them, or whatever reason, but it's a shunning and a rejection. And I'm not talking about the person you're doing it to. When it's me, it doesn't affect me as a human being, but it does make me sad for that person, and compassionate, because I know what it's like to do that. I know what it's like to hurt and not let someone in because they couldn't possibly understand. But if you're coming from a painful place where circumstances are too hard to say because they're would be criticized, or you'd be condemned, or this or that or the other, I know that place. And so it's a hopeless place unless you're with other people that are feeling hopeless too, then you can share that with them. But a hand up is hard, so, and that's okay too, because we're going to learn from our own experience. It's just it takes longer when you aren't open. When you're closed, things take longer. When you're open to the universal synchronicity and help from all the brothers and sisters and people and energy and God, and of course it's all the oneness of awareness, which is God. But nonetheless, when you're open, you can get relief so much faster. Oh gosh. So that's been my experience, not just today, but just going through life. It's not like I'm sad all the time, but I do notice that that you share love and share your compassion, but you're not always able. You're not ever sometimes able to share access to things that you feel would help, that would that you know would are rejected, because that's what happens. Because you try, and that's what happens. It's rejected, and that's okay. That is absolutely okay. And I was going to address too. It's getting up to the 15-minute mark, but I know I want to address anger next time, because anger's okay in the, depending on where it's coming from. If it's, if it's not coming from that closed self, but it's coming from that open self of justice and love, and that is being abused, and it, anyway, that's something I can talk about next time, along with other things. But today I was really feeling the compassion for the lack of communication we have for one another, because of the way we raised our world and communication on an outward basis, looking for everything on the outside. Not understanding what the unseen has there for you, me, everyone, and how we're all connected, and where God is. I use that word. I know it's probably another rejected word, but meaning the infinite awareness. But I will just say goodnight.